Hello guys, Dragontamer333 here, and I'm here to do a complete overview of all the maps that I have made from SSundee and Crainer's Lucky Block Casino. I will be showing you all the maps, telling you what the mod is that is used, and kind of give a brief overview of how to play it. And also, I'm going to give links in the description to the downloads to this map and a link to the downloads of all the mods that I use. So that way you don't have to go out and find them. You just have to pick the ones that you use for the specific maps. Okay, so right now I am in the normal standard Lucky Block. I know this is not like their newest one, but as you can see, you trade the golden heads for the Lucky Blocks. You would open up the Lucky Blocks. Then you'd go through to your smeltery and trading like nether stars for lava buckets. And then we have our trading of all our items. This is kind of like the Tinker's Construct stuff, a bunch of different items, armor, there's quartz and quartz blocks. Then there's like XP bottles, heart canisters. Now I just want to tell you, this is not an exact overview or exact map as SSundee and Crainer. This is my personally made, so it's gonna be different. And at this trading right here, this is the lucky potion. If you want to trade that in, you can, or you can use it. I just don't know how to get it to its names on there and such. But yeah, here's all your trading, your golden apples, beacons. Over here, this is where I have all the modded stuff. So this is where all my the modded items would be. This is where you would set your spawn point, so that way you don't spawn way over there or something. So this is the arena. I know it's a little bit smaller, but this is pretty much where you would battle. And so this was the original Lucky Block map, where it only has the Tinker's Construct. So this is the first one they made. So let's go on to the next one. Okay guys, so this is the next Lucky Block Casino map where I have made and installed the mods and such. Let me just toggle downfall. Okay, so this uses the Flans mod along with the Modern Warfare mod, which is part of the Flans. So let us continue. So you have all your normal things up there, and so here, so this is like the normal trading. Ability that needs to be spawned in for diamonds or emeralds and stuff. So I don't think there's, because I made these a while ago, I don't think there's anything new about this. But over here, this is all the modded weapons. So you got your M9 with its ammo, all your different guns. There's a ton of different guns. So there's like the P90. Oh, I think that may be a duplicate. Right there. G360, and it was right here, G360. So you're just gonna have to deal with some of the mess ups I had. It did take me a long time to make this, but there's of course all the different guns you have. So there's of course like the minigun, which Crainer always bought, and somebody bought a few times. And then there's like the Barrett 50 cal with its ammo, which SSundee used all the time. So you have all your different guns, and once you buy your guns, you then go out and battle with them. So you see, it's all the same for the normal stuff. So you can set your own restrictions to how you want to do it. But then once you are ready to fight, then there is the battle arena, like the paintball arena they had. It's smaller, but it's still pretty cool. So here's kind of an overview of it where you would shoot out against each other. So now that we've finished this one, let's move on. Okay guys, we are back, and this is the Morph Mod map. So you remember how SSundee and Crainer, they would each go and do the have the Morph Mod, and they would go kill a creature, and then they would go inside a cage, and then they would have to spawn in a bunch of other creatures and try to find each other among all the creatures they spawned. So this is exactly the same. This mod uses this map uses the Morph Mod and also the Flans mod. So here we have all the different guns, a bunch of different ones. It goes all the way down to the end. So we got the Golden Desert Eagle, the Og, the Glock, and then over here we have our eggs. So like the bat, the silverfish, the ocelot, the wolf, the chicken, the spider, the pig, the horse, and the iron golem. So as you can see, there's a lot of different creatures that you spawn in and become. So I just want to tell you guys that I'm not completely perfect with all this, so I may have missed a mod that is necessary to play this, and if it does show up, just download the mod that it says a newer version or the version suggested to you. So now that you've seen the items you can buy, you can now see the map. So you have up here your kind of hunter's perch where you go in and you shoot at them, and then down here you have the area you would go in to try and play. This is where you would be hiding amongst all your other creatures, and then the hunter, as you could call it, is up there shooting down and killing all the creatures, and you try to last the longest. So that is the Morph Mod map, which is pretty much another game that was incredibly popular with SSundee and Crainer. So now that I've shown you this one, let's move on to the... Okay, so now we're on to another map. Now this is the ore spawn map. So this is pretty much where... So this is where you have super OP armor and stuff from the ore spawn. So as you can see, you can trade in your nether stars for slime crystals. So 64 nether stars equals 1 slime crystal. So you can use the slime crystals to buy stuff. So like the ultimate bow, which is super OP. Big Bertha, the Royal Guardian Sword, and along with Big Bertha, no, which one is it? You can, well anyway, you got the Queen Scale Battle Axe, the Ultimate Sword, Slice, which is pretty much Big Bertha with iron, or something like that, the Emerald Sword, the Ruby Sword, along with the Nightmare Sword, the Squidzuka, which is a really cool item, the Attitude Adjuster, and I'm pretty sure over here, yep, there's another one, there's the Amethyst Sword. Now, over on here, this is where all the armor is, so the lowest you can get is like Tiger Eye chunk, the Tiger Eye armor, then it goes up to the pink, Tourmaline armor, onto there it goes to Emerald, Amethyst, Ruby, Lapis, Mossgill, Lava Eel, Ultimate Armor, and then finally there's the Mobzilla Scale Armor, which you have to use 3 slime crystals. So in total, to get 1 piece, it is 3 stacks of nether stars. So it's a lot of nether stars. And then over here we have a few other things that you can get. So there's like the enchantment bottles, but then there's rocks that you can get that you can throw at each other. So like the explosive rocks. And then there's the poison rocks, and then the big rocks, and I think that's it for, yep, that's it for all the rocks that you can get. So this is the ore spawn mod. There isn't anything odd about the arena, it's just a normal arena that is in the original. So it's pretty much where you battle it out with super OP gear, and that's pretty much it. You have super OP gear and you battle it out. So now we're gonna move on to the next. Okay, all there out on YouTube. Now this is the next map, which is the Rival Rebels mod, and you've probably seen it. It's pretty much the commando mod, or whatever you want to call it, where it has a bunch of insane cool guns. So, as you can see out, there is the ore spawn mod stuff. I'm not sure if it's necessary, because I made this a while ago. So first try without the ore spawn, but if it does require the ore spawn, just install it and put it on. So as you can see, we have all the weapons. The rod disc, the plasma cannon, the Einstein, Tesla, and flamethrower, and of course all the ammo for these are in the same villager. And then over here we have the armor. Now this is the nuker armor, and of course you need slime crystals to do it. So you have the nuker helmet, the nuker vest, and the nuker helmet and nuker vest. Now they're two different colors, so you choose the color that you want, and then here's the pants and boots here. And there's nothing odd about over here. It's all the normal stuff that you can buy and such. So there's nothing odd about this. It's just pretty much very insane guns and some pretty OP armor. The nuker armor is very, very OP. So that's this mod map. Let's go on to the next one. Okay, now on to the next map. This is the Dragonic Evolution map. I'm not completely sure if SSundee and Crainer ever played with this mod in a modded Lucky Block battle, but I decided to make it myself. So this is how it is. So you of course have the energy infuser, which has a bunch of cool blocks and plus the generator. So each person has their own, and we have all the different items of this. So we have the Dragonic Flux Core capacitor, the Dragonic Bow, the Dragonic Sword, and then all the armor, which each costs a stack. The energy is free, but then of course we have the wearing armor all over here, which is half as expensive because it's half as good. So we got the sword of the wearing, the bow of the wearing, and then of course the wearing flux capacitor. There's nothing odd, I'm pretty sure, about this side, except it has the charm of dislocation, which you can teleport with it. There's nothing odd there, but over here you have the ender arrows, which allows you to it's like an ender pearl on a arrow. So this is pretty much the Dragonic Evolution. I'm pretty sure there's nothing odd about the arena on this one, except it looking like this. I thought it would be cool, so I changed up the ground so it looked like this, so it'd be cooler. So this is the Dragonic Evolution one, and so let's move on. Okay, now we are on one of the very favorite things that any mod has, the Superheroes Unlimited mod. Now I have this mod in my All the Mods folder, and it requires Legend Core to work. So it's normal battling, but then of course there's always the armor, the awesome armor they have. So we have the alien technology, is pretty much the 64 block currency. Then we have the Batman armor, Iron Man Mark 10 armor, and then Iron Man Mark 10 armor, along with Iron Man Mark 19, which is a tiger suit, so its code name is Tiger. And then we have the Marks 27, which is this code, which is the chameleon suit, supposedly. And then we go on to Thor. So we have Thor's, of course, there's Thor's hammer, which only can be wielded if you have all the Thor's armor on. Then we have Event Horizon, this is pretty OP armor. And then we move on to Star-Lord. Like, who hasn't seen Guardians of the Galaxy? And then we have Inferno's head, which is Inferno's armor. And then we have Ultron Prime armor, Mandarin's armor, Vampi's armor. Now I have tested out all of these armors to see, so depending on what the prices are for each of them. So the ones that are more expensive, they are better. So we got Berserker's armor. Then we go on to Glacius's armor. Then Mortem's armor, which is a very good one. Then we go on to Ronik's armor. Groot's armor. Who doesn't like Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy? Spider-Man's armor, which is pretty good. Oh, and then we also have the Spider-Man stealth armor. Then we have Superman's armor with Superman's MOS armor, which is very good. Then we got Wonder Woman's armor, Hulk's armor with Red Hulk's armor, and then here's the alien technology. There's nothing odd down here, but I would just like to remind you that this is the villager where you sell lucky potions. So the potion of fire resistance, that is where you sell your lucky potion. So there's nothing, so this is Superheroes Unlimited mod, and that's pretty much it for this map. So So let's go on to the last and final one, which is a very original one that... Okay, so now we're on to the last and final map. Now this is a very special map, and I would just like to say that it's completely original. I thought of all this myself, and then I made all this. So this is the last blockbender map of Lucky Block Casino. So it's pretty much the avatar mod in Lucky Block Casino. So this is pretty much how it is. So over here we have all your normal trades, except for way down here we have a bunch of different hang gliders that you can use, and they're kind of customized for like each specific. So it's like earth, fire, water, and air. And then over here we have metal armor, and then that's pretty much it for the types of armor. Now over here, this is where all the different abilities are. Now the blue is for water, orange is for fire, brown is for earth, and this gray kind of whitish is for air. So to choose what kind of bender you want to be, you do /bending, and then you choose the one you want. So you could be air, fire, so you could be air, I don't spell it, so bending, so air, water, and then earth. Now I will not go through these different classes, because that would take up a lot of time. But each one is different. So each one is kind of more based. So like the fire is for more attacking, the earth is more defensive, the wind is kind of for attacking, and the water is for defensive, I'm pretty sure. So each of these have different tiers. So like there's a novice snowball, the adapt snowball, and then the master snowball. So then there's like some of them where they're so OP that I could not include them. So like there's novice octopuses, the novice ice stream. So there's just a bunch of different ones. And to use each one of these, you have to do the /bending and then the ability that, or the class you want. You cannot interchange. I want to tell you that. So then you have like the fire, like there's a bunch of different ones that you can have. And what's different about this one, so let me just go time, set, day. So this arena is very different. As you can see way back there, there's a big box. So this arena is different than before. So you have to click on that. Okay, so you have to click on that to teleport to the arena. So this arena has everything. It has water, it has fire, it has rocks, it has grass, earth, and then it's of course super high, so that way you can use your abilities. So these are all the Lucky Block Casino maps that I have made after SSundee and Crainer, with a few original ones that I decided to make. I really hope that Keon, who makes the Lucky Block Casino maps and the Lucky Block, or SSundee or Crainer can see this video and they will play the Blockbender, the last Blockbender map that I have. So I'm going to include all these map downloads in the description below, and I will also include a download to a folder that has all my mods that I use. You can pick and choose what mods you want to put in, or it'd just be easier if you have a good enough computer, just throw them all in at once, have them interchange, and just use the ones that are available. So that's pretty much a wrap for all the Lucky Block Casino maps that I have made. Now, this is DragonTamer333 signing out.